Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is an exciting day. She has a smoky eye on. When there's a smoky eye on, that means we mean business. Seriously, because I haven't worn lashes in a long time, so it kind of feels so heavy right now, but it's fine. You know, it's okay. Things could be worse. They could be flapping in the wind, but they're not. Today, we are going to be talking about the Sephora Savings Event. I have a couple videos. I have 3 total for you that I have coming. So this one I'm posting in the beginning of the week so you guys can kind of plan out your buys. See what I recommend. These are new products, by the way. Well, majority. I'm going to mention just a couple, like, you know, must-have things. But everything else is like things I've tried recently that I really love. We got some good stuff in here. I think you'll like it. It's new. And then my second video will be my wish list. And my third will obviously be the haul, because if I didn't do a haul during the savings event, did I even do the savings event? Obviously not. I know you guys love these videos. I love filming these videos. It's just a fun time because you get a bit of a discount. Sometimes they do launches in the middle of these things, which is always crazy. You know, brands will just be dropping their stuff on sale time, and it's like, hold on, I wasn't planning for this. Anyway, so the Sephora Savings Event, it starts on the 4th, it ends on the 14th. Everyone can get 30% off Sephora Collection, which Sephora Collection did launch some new stuff. We'll talk about that in the next video. Which is going to be 20% off VIB 15, Insider 10. I'm going to be telling you guys everything I recommend in this video that is new, that is hot, that is looking good. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you want to see all of the Sephora recommendations that I have for you, let's just go ahead and hop on into it. I need a sip first. Yeah. In this video, I'm mainly talking about makeup products because truthfully, there's not a ton of hair care that I recommend that's new that I want to include in this video. Same with skincare. You guys know I'm on my Zeo Health Skin. I'm on that train. All right. I have not tried any other skincare product. The makeup remover that I am going to get, but I'll mention that in the next video and why I'm doing that. But for the most part in this video, I have a couple skincare things and then the rest of it is makeup. So actually, I'm going to start with the skincare products first, just because they're amazing, they're already affordable, and you'll still be able to get the discount on top of them, and it's by The Ordinary. So first of all, this right here, I know you guys have heard me talk about acne many times before. I struggle with acne if I do not keep up with it. If I'm working out, constantly sweating, doing all these things, summer's coming up, I have to take care of my back, okay? I was using Natrium for a really long time, and it started being hard to find, so I kind of just gave up. Then I saw this from The Ordinary, and this is salicylic acid 0.5% body serum. The way I like to do this is I take a large cotton pad, which they also have at Sephora. I actually need to add that to my wish list. But I put it all on the cotton pad and I rub it all over my problem areas, and I tell you, literally, you'll see results the next day. You'll have less redness, things will start clearing up. This is a really great product. I feel like this brand is so affordable, but like they work. Love this so much. Definitely get that. Get the large size. Again, summer's coming up. Feets are gonna be out. From someone who used to struggle with the ugliest little cracked feet and toes just because I was like, what is going on? This saved my feet. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. This is a nightly ritual. I love it so much. This is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid Exfoliating Toner. This is going to be a game changer in softening your feet. I take this and I put a little bit on my foot like this and I rub it in with my hands. Then I take a really hydrating cream. You can use whatever you want. And then I use a CeraVe. I think it's like an ointment. It's really thick. It kind of looks like Vaseline. Mine is actually expired in 2015, but I still use it. It still moisturizes very well. Anyways, I put that on top and then I put some aloe socks on top of that. I'll leave like the combo I use down below. Game changer, you guys. It makes your feet so smooth, your heels incredibly smooth. If you feel like your heels or your toes are like catching to your sheets, icky sticky. I hate that feeling, but I've been there. I have been there many times. This will help you so much with that. Again, I have a few of these smaller sizes because I have them scattered throughout my house, honestly. But I would suggest getting the big size, and then that'll last you all summer into fall and winter probably. Because you don't need a lot of this product. You don't need to soak your foot in it. Consistency is key with that. You're not going to use it once and see a difference. You need to use it over and over again. Use it as like your nightly routine product. Thank me later. This product I don't really talk about too much because I don't really use it too much, but when I do use it, I absolutely love it. And I think in the summertime, it is one of those perfect products if you have oily skin. I wouldn't necessarily replace this as my everyday moisturizer. I know some people do, so like if you want to, feel free. But this before makeup, just to add some more moisture when it's like the summertime and you just want your skin to feel a little bit more plump, this is a really good one. This one is the Ilia, the Base Face Milk. It's a lightweight moisturizer. It's gonna be hard to see this because it's just like an all white like lettering on an all white bottle. This is just a really great product to hydrate your skin, but not make you oily, not leave you greasy. It's great before makeup. I will say if you apply it before makeup, you need to let it sit for a couple seconds before you like start going in ham on your foundation and stuff. But it's just a really nice, milky moisturizer that sinks into the skin fairly quickly and does a great job at moisturizing. It's just a great pre-makeup thing to put on if you're going out. Maybe if you're doing a little bit more dramatic makeup like this, or if you just want something very lightweight, it's just a really nice option. 3 foundations that I must recommend to you if you are shopping the sale. The Too Faced Born This Way Soft Matte. Definitely a nice soft satin matte finish foundation that covers beautifully. It lays on top of the skin beautifully. It wears throughout the day stunningly. It's gorgeous. I love natural beige and warm beige. I usually mix the two. Weightless formula, 24-hour smoothness, sweat and humidity resistant 12-hour moisture, non-creasing, non-caking, 24 hours. I agree with that. This is such a fabulous foundation. If I had to rank it out of the 3 I'm sharing with you, this is number 1. Now, second place for the top 3 foundations that I'm sharing with you, it's kind of a toss-up. I feel like they're both number 2. I love them both for different reasons. So, first off is the Anastasia. This is, what exactly is this called? The Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Foundation. Wow. The only thing about this foundation I've noticed is I have the hardest time finding my color in this one. This one's like a, I gotta mix and match and figure it out. The tones are a little off for me, like the self-tan trying to match. Other than that, this is a gorgeous matte foundation. Again, it is very full coverage. This one's also very lightweight and wears beautifully throughout the day. And this one is different from the Too Faced one because this one is more matte for me. Too Faced one is a bit more of a flexible matte, satin matte, so it's not super, I don't want to say drying, it's just more matte. The Too Faced one just has a little bit more glow, a little bit more, I don't want to say movement, but you get what I'm saying. If you have a satin matte and kind of more of a flat matte, you know what I'm talking about. It just doesn't have like a hint of glow or anything. You can use your highlighter if you're really oily and you just love a matte foundation but don't want it to be drying. This is the one for you. Because some people that like matte foundations don't like a satin matte. They want a flat matte, no shine. Now the Lawless one, this is the Plumping, Smoothing, Nourishing Foundation. This one is more matte than I expected. You definitely show your oils throughout the day. So I will link my video I just did down below so you guys can check it out. You can see at the end of that video how it wore on my skin. I showed you guys like the application. I showed you just basically how everything went. I love the shades 5L and 7L mixed together. It just works really well for me. And I really love the finish of it. The only con is that I do get pretty oily with this throughout the day. That's the only thing I'd be like, if you're very oily, this might not be a good foundation for you for summer. Maybe for fall and winter, you would really enjoy it. Moving on to concealers, I just want to do a quick shout out to my Tower 28 Serum Concealer. This is such a beautiful concealer. I have nothing bad to say about it. It covers, it lays on top of the skin beautifully. It's just such an easy one to use. Like, it goes with so many different foundations. It looks beautiful. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. She's that girl. I love her. I've been using her a ton. But then if you want to add a little bit more color correcting, not so much concealer, like if you want to do less of this, or if you just need more color correcting and more coverage, this is incredible. This is a new Kosas Revealer Extra Bright Serum Power Color Corrector. I really like these serum concealers under eye products. They're working really well for me. So this one's in the shade Illusion. This is like a slight peachy neutral shade. This really does counteract that darkness underneath the eyes. You can't really tell on camera, but it's just ever so slightly peachy. And it has really good coverage. It's a bit of a thicker consistency and it just blends so well. It just helps you use a little bit less concealer. It'll correct those areas and it looks really stunning on the skin as well. Okay, let's talk liquid contours because this is a new one for me and I love it. I feel like it blends so easily. I tried this out in a video too. This is the new Rare Beauty Serene Liquid Contour. This is such a good liquid contour. Now, it is pretty dark. And the range of shades I feel like are very cool toned. This one was the most warm toned in my color range that I could find. Now, I don't like necessarily a very cool toned gray contour. I just don't love it for me. I'm such a warm tone kind of girl. I don't like usually going in with a very cool toned contour, even though that's what they're there for. They're supposed to be cool toned, shadows, blah, 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 whatever. This one is so good because it's a little bit more warm. So you can kind of get away with doing like a contour slash bronzer with it. Like, you don't have to be too careful. A lot of contours, you really want to focus it right there in the hollow of the cheek. That way you don't have like gray on your cheekbones, you feel me? That's when you get a little bit messy. This is just a good mixture of warm and cool to be able to do a contour with it, but also if you need to take it out the cheek, it's fine. It's not a big deal. This is also very easy to blend. I feel like the blushes are a little bit more difficult. This one, it just melts into the skin. skin. I need to find the video where I use this in the video so you can see how easy it blends. I think it was like my update video. Seriously, it looks so freaking good. I'll leave it down there so you can go check that out as well. All right, so for cream and liquid blush, I have a few recommendations. Now, a lot of these I have a lot of recommendations for, but it's really gonna be personal preference. If you can find a color you like, if it's the kind of formula you like, if it's the kind of application you like, it's gonna be very personal, but I'm gonna tell you my favorite lines and you can decide from there. I feel like that's the easiest. Huda Beauty's blush filters. I love these so much. They are so beautiful, so easy to blend. They're so compact, easy to take with you on your trip. You know what color you're getting with the packaging. Everything from the packaging, the formula, the application, everything about it I love. I will say, this little doe foot is not my favorite because I need like a flat, slanted doe foot to really just apply the product. I feel like I have to go in a few times just to really ... Something about this doe foot I'm not a big fan of. So I would prefer a more angled flat one, but other than that, these are absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful on skin. Huda knows what she's doing with her makeup line. Like, it's just stunning. So this color I was using almost like every day, every single day. This one's really beautiful. This one's in the shade Sunset Leche. I don't know. Ugh, gorgeous. Look at that color. I was using this one every single day. Loved it. And this is also a beautiful bright pink. This was in Intense Guava. Great for summer. Very lightweight formula. It's kind of like serum-y in a way. They're very easy to blend. They sit on the skin really nicely. Like, they just work. They just feel like a serum, you know? Now, if you like more of a pot blush, I have two for you that are incredible. So this one, I've mentioned it in my last video, but from Bobbi Brown, this is the Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks. So this is dual purpose. You can use it on your cheeks, on your lips. I have only strictly used this for my cheeks, and I love this color with so many different looks. I did put this on today. This one's in the shade Pink Flame. I feel like it's very reflective. It's a little bit scary. Like, when you first get it too, I was like, whoa, this is gonna be like super intense and creamy. I'm gonna be an oily mess. Not at all. I feel like this is also an easy color and an easy formula to build up with. And if you're new to cream blushes, this might be the one to try because it's very easy to work with and it's not too intense. It's nothing to be scared of. All of the Lawless Pinch My Cheeks Soft Blur cream blushes are incredible. This one is in the shade Cheeky, beautiful. I have multiple shades. This one's also Valentine. I was using Valentine a lot there for a minute. It is so pretty. It's that gorgeous pink color. These are definitely a different formula. They're a cream, but they are more of a matte formula. It's kind of like a matte gel kind of consistency, and they blend so well. They don't accentuate your pores or anything like that. They're not too shiny or dewy. It dries down matte. It's really beautiful. Last cream blush, but oh, don't think we're done with blush just yet because we ain't never done with blush. One thing about me, I love blush. Now, if you're wanting a blush and powder compact, one and done, these are the ones. Now, let me tell you, my favorite color is She's the Moment. She is gorgeous, and I just love both of these so much. And when I wear it, people ask me all the time what I'm wearing. This is just a gorgeous, like, peachy neutral color. This looks super light, but I promise you, putting this sucker on your face, it is just so intense and pretty. You know how you see something and it's light, but when it hits water, it just gets a little bit darker. It looks super light, but once I put it on my skin, it's definitely darker. Same with this too. This one's kind of messy, don't mind that. Now this one is, again, more of like that creamy blush. I have to set this one. It's so hard to see, but I love this color. And I truly just love the idea of a cream blush and powder blush in one. Great for travel, great for someone who doesn't want so many different blushes. Like, say you love just a really nice neutral blush, you could get one of these and be done. You know what I mean? And you have your cream and your powder to set it with, and it's gonna last all night. The compact is also beautiful. This is another favorite. This one's in She's Blushing. This one's a really great everyday color too. If you're not someone who wants to have like the brightest blush, you just want a little bit of color on your cheeks, this is the one to try. We're gonna get into powder blushes and bronzers in a second, but we're gonna go straight to powders that I recommend. Okay, these powders I've been using a lot, and there's a theme. There's a theme here. They're all like that violet pinky color. First up, Huda Beauty's new Birthday Cake Easy Bake Powder. I love this color. I love this powder too. I think it's really beautiful. On a scale of blurring, it's gonna be number 1, number 2, number 3. I feel like a ton of people rave about these powders, and they are really good. I just am not over the moon about them, you know? Like, they're not end all be all down this hill Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Pressed Powder, you know? But it's really, really beautiful. I wanted to mention it, especially in this color, because this color looks intimidating, but it is really beautiful. And I did a video where I tried this out too. I actually like the netting on this one. You get a bit more product than normal. I think it's a great product. Love. Fenty Beauty, this is a bit of a lighter lavender shade. This is lavender, but it looks a bit more white. It just has that very effortlessly soft hint of lavender in there that just brightens up your face a little bit more. And this is a huge powder. Like, I mean, it'll take you a minute to go through this whole thing. Last but not least is my newest one that I have been in love with. This just blurs the skin so well. This one is the YSL All Hours Hyper Blur Powder. This one's in the shade 04, which is the more lavender looking one. I love the packaging. The one thing I've been really enjoying about YSL is they're very consistent with their beautiful quilted packaging. Like, are you kidding? Anyways, this is just a very beautiful powder. Again, I love the sifter. I didn't have to rip anything off. If you know me, I usually rip a lot of sifters off because I'm like, this is taking forever to get all the powder out. This one's great. Gives you just the right amount of powder, blurs the crap out of your skin. Makes you look airbrushed. Showed it in my last video. It's so good. And of course, the pressed powder of the century is Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. Oh, but you know what? I haven't given this one enough love, but this is also a fantastic pressed powder. I feel like this is more of a natural kind of finish powder. It really melts into the skin beautifully. This one's in neutral. It's very, very beautiful. Again, it helps blur out the skin. It's not as mattifying as the Charlotte Tilbury, but it's not glowy. You know, it's hard to explain. It just has a very natural finish that's beautiful but blurred. Let's get into bronzers. I'm only going to mention 2 today because I feel like summer's coming up. These are the kind of bronzers most of us want, and I figured I would share them with you. And I didn't want to, you know, keep repeating myself over and over again with bronzers. If you are looking for a very warm bronzer, something that even could replace your blush in a way, this is going to be the one to try for spring and summer. This is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer. This one's in the shade 05. It is a very true warm bronzer, a little bit orange. It's really going to make you look very sun-kissed, very bronzed. It's one of those products that you could kind of put all over, like in a 3 on your face. You could dust it on top of your shoulders, your chest. It just gives you that really bronzed look. This is far from a contour. This is like what I go to when I need a little bit of color. My face is looking a little too flat and I need some color. This is the one to go to. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's gonna last you forever. I've had mine for a really long time and it's still kicking. I don't know. If you're looking for something that is still more warm, but a little bit more neutral, something that's, again, very easy to use, this All Hours Hyper Bronze from YSL. This one's in the shade 04. Very easy to work with. It's a really smooth formula, and again, it's a bit more warm. This is a little bit easier to work with. Like if you're not really familiar with bronzers and you're not sure what to do with a really warm one, try going in with something that's this color and it's a little bit easier. You can kind of add it into the hollow of your cheek a little bit while you blend. It's just one that you have a little bit more flexibility with. You don't have to focus it in one place. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a really great bronzer. So absolutely love this one, and again, the packaging is pristine. Blushes. Okay, first off, I'm just going to quickly acknowledge these. These Too Faced blushes are incredible. They're incredible. The color payoff, the color on the packaging, everything about this formula is amazing. So I cannot recommend these enough. These are the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blush. This one's in Super Candy Clouds and it's beautiful. So if you see these and you're like, I wonder if those are good. Yeah, they're good. They're very pigmented, they're stunning, they're smooth, they don't have any shimmer to them, at least none that I have, right? I think they're all matte. This is a really great everyday one too. This is Tequila Sunset. This is just like a really nice creamy formula. But when you're getting into the darker colors, it will be a little bit more intense. Like this one's in Watermelon Rain. This one is so pretty too. They have little mirrors in them, like everything from the compact to the formula on the inside is beautiful. Going with the YSL train, I do like these. The Make Me Blush, this one's in shade 37. It's so funny because I went to Sephora. I bought this before. I had it in my makeup collection, and then I went to Sephora. I went to Sephora again and I bought it for the second time, and I came home and I was like, that looks familiar. Yeah, I already had one. That's how I knew I liked this color so much. Again, this is a really beautiful color that I feel like can go with so many different looks. I mean, this is just last all day. It's just stunning. I know it's kind of like the same ordeal with all the blushes. It's really just finding what brand is your favorite, what price point works for you, like what you're wanting to spend money on, and like if you care about the packaging, if you don't care. There's a whole bunch of different things involved. Now, if you're wanting the perfect sun-kissed blush, if you want to look like you've kind of been kissed by the sun, you're a little bit red, you just got back from the beach, this Kosas Blush is Life in the shade Thrill is the one to get. This has like a little bit of a glow to it. So out of all the blushes that I have, this is the glowiest you'll find me going with, right? Because I don't love a shimmery, glowy blush. I have texture. I'm not trying to emphasize it. This looks gorgeous on the skin. I'm telling you, this on your cheeks looks like you were kissed by the sun. It is so pretty. It is very pigmented, so just keep that in mind. All of these Kosas blushes that are the baked ones are really beautiful. Thrill is what I have now, and I am thrilled with it. Last but not least, I just need to shout this one out. This is a Dior Rosy Glow Blush in Cherry. This is pigmented. Now, you guys know how I feel about the other like light pink one. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. This is that girl. It's more of like an orangey red. It is so beautiful. It is so pigmented, and it's luxe. It's a luxe product. Maybe I was wrong about that. I think in my video I was saying that the MCO Beauty ones have a mirror, the Dior ones don't. The Dior ones do. I don't know. I was losing my mind. And then the other one that I want to mention, and I have to share it with you, this is actually brand spanking new. This is the new Charlotte Tilbury Soulmates Face Palette in Pillow Talk and Flawless Peach. There's so many things I could say about this. Do you see how beautiful this is? Everybody's saying it looks like a Polly Pocket, and I totally agree. This is a great on-the-go product for your face. Like, I will be tossing this in my purse. First of all, do you see it? Have you seen how beautiful this is? I cannot get over it. Anyway, so you open it up. You have like this gorgeous gem in the front. Gosh, Charlotte, it's got a little bit of weight to it, not too much. Then you have the mirror, but then on the inside you have the airbrush powder, the face powder, which is a matte powder that's gonna blur out your skin. Then you also have this blush that is a matte blush that is also gonna help blur your skin, but give you some color. If you are going out and about and you notice that your blush is always coming off, and if you're always needing to touch up your face with powder, this is the one to get. Now, they also have a pink one that I really want as well, but these are going to be limited edition, which I think is a crime. I talked about it on my Instagram. I think it's a crime because these are so freaking pretty. The pans in this are really big and beautiful. I just love it. Like, you could just go over here with your little sponge and do a little touch up if you would like. This one right here is very brightening. I don't know if you just saw it, but it brightens up your skin really beautifully. It's a great product to use in your T-zone. It'll just brighten you up, make it look a little bit more alive, more smooth. And then the blush, like, I think a lot of us struggle with blush coming off during the day. Bada bang, bada boom, gorgeous. Love it. And then for highlighter, I just wanted to shout out and mention the Too Faced Moon Crush. This one's in Shooting Star. Again, this is a really beautiful highlighter. It is very intense. Do you see that? It has more of that wet look, and this one is more of a champagne kind of color. I think Shooting Star is the only shade in this. I could be wrong. Kind of has a little hint of gold in there. It's just a really true like champagne color. It's stunning. So love this one as well. Only a few more products left. Now, I got this in the last Sephora sale, I believe, and I absolutely love it. I have it on my eyes today. This is the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette. Natasha Denona is just that girl when it comes to her eyeshadows. She knows what she's doing. They're always really beautiful. This is one I was influenced to buy because everybody was talking about it, and I was like, okay, I do love warms. I love warm tones. I love warm anything, so I'm gonna try it. And it's pretty beautiful. I love every single shade in this. I think they're so versatile. They're stunning. You get a really big mirror. The formula is just a really great, easy to blend formula. You're not gonna be there for forever trying to blend something out. It's a good product. A very quick mention, the Patrick Talls, the Major Dimension 2 and Major Dimension 3, incredible. You have the more matte palette, a great palette to have in your collection. Just so you have all the matte shades that you need. It's absolutely stunning. And then this Major Dimension 2 is just beautiful. Sorry. She's gorgeous. You all know I love the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick. I've used it so many times. The newest mascara I have tried that is absolutely incredible, truly. This makes you look like you have false lashes on, like the big fluttery lashes. It gives you length, volume, it separates. It is so good. This is one of my favorite mascaras I've tried alongside of the Fenty Beauty one. This is the Lancome Idole Flutter Extension Mascara. I was nervous about this because at first I was like, okay, it's just gonna be for lengthening, not so much volume, but I like volume along with length. Like, I don't want one or the other, I want it all. I want the whole package. This is definitely more of a, I don't wanna say clumpy in a bad way, but it does give you a more clumpier, volumized look. It's very intense, it is very black. I love it. You're gonna get some banging lashes. This, just the brush on this, it makes your lashes look like falsies. Like, you got really beautiful demi-wispies, but volumized. Because demi-wispies are not volume, okay? I'm sorry, they're not. This is volume. This is more of a demi-wispies with volume. It's what it makes your lashes look like, truly. I can't say enough good things about it. I bought the little travel size one just to try it out because that's what I like to do. If you have a travel size, I'm trying it. I'm gonna try that travel size first. Once I'm done with this, I will absolutely be buying the full size. And this is also a fabulous bottom lash mascara too, which you don't find very often. I have it on right now. I just ever so slightly go over my lashes and it coats them without being too much. Because sometimes, I mean, I don't want clumpy bottom lashes. I just want them to be seen. A little hint of a shadow on them, you know what I mean? And the last thing that I felt was worth mentioning is this lip gloss because I use it all the time. I have it on now. It is so beautiful on top of so many different lip colors. It helps really brighten up the center of the lips. It makes your lips look so juicy. It lasts a long time. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler. Lawless is doing the damn thing, okay? Let me do a little swatch. It is just a thick, beautiful nude gloss that is going to make your lips look so much more enhanced, and it also adds just a little something extra to your lip product. I like dimension in my lips, and this gives me that, especially if I'm going with like a darker lip, like a darker lip liner, and then I go in with like kind of a medium toned all over lipstick, and then this in the center. Gorgeous, love it. Smells really good, lasts a really long time. Okay guys, so that is it. That is everything for my Sephora recommendations video. This was a long one, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down below if you are shopping for anything new. Like, what are you most excited about? My comment would be this. Truly. Like, if I was commenting on someone else's video, it would be like, that's Charlotte Tilbury, because I know I'm gonna get so much use out of this. Like, I'm obsessed with it, and the fact that I'm gonna get so much use out of it, and it's a gorgeous compact that Polly Pocket may have made herself, love. And don't forget to stay tuned because in my next video I'm gonna be sharing what is in my shopping cart at the moment. So if you're interested in seeing that, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.